Ever downloaded a movie illegally? Taken office supplies home from work? Underreported your income on taxes? Congratulations, you've broken the seventh commandment. Today, we're exposing forms of theft you probably don't even think about. Digital piracy, wage theft, and why that small dishonesty actually matters to God. This is going to step on some toes. Let's go. The seventh commandment forbids unjustly taking or keeping the goods of one's neighbor and wronging him in any way with respect to his goods. That's not just physical theft. It includes fraud, unpaid debts, damage to property, unjust wages, and even environmental destruction. If you've wrongly taken something that belongs to someone else, goods, money, time, reputation, you violated this commandment. And here's the kicker. Restitution is required. The Catechism says, if you've stolen something, you must return it or compensate the owner. Even if it was 20 years ago, even if they don't remember, you owe it. That childhood shoplifting, you need to make it right. Let's start with a form of theft that's completely normalized. Digital piracy. Illegally downloading movies, music, books, software, games. But I wasn't going to buy it anyway. The company makes billions. Everyone does it. It's just a copy. They still have theirs. None of those are moral arguments. They're rationalizations. Between 1999 and 2014, music sales dropped 64%, largely due to illegal downloading. Thousands of musicians, engineers, and studio workers lost their livelihoods. Not just billionaire pop stars, session musicians, backup singers, technicians. When you pirate, you're stealing from real people with families. The fact that it's digital doesn't make it less real. Catholic teaching is clear. Intellectual property is real property. Artists and creators deserve just compensation for their work. When you consume their work without paying, you've stolen from them, but it's overpriced. Then don't buy it. You don't get to steal something just because you think it costs too much. That's not how morality works. Now let's flip it. While we're worried about shoplifting, a much bigger form of theft is happening. Wage theft by employers. The Economic Policy Institute estimates workers lose $15 billion annually through minimum wage violations, unpaid overtime, off-the-clock work requirements, illegal paycheck deductions billion. With a B, this disproportionately affects low-wage workers, immigrants, and minorities, people who can't afford lawyers, people who fear retaliation. Catholic social teaching is crystal clear. Workers deserve just wages. Pope Leo XIII said in 1891 that paying poverty wages is grave injustice. When employers exploit workers by not paying what they owe, they commit theft, and they're responsible for the suffering they cause. Let's get personal. How many of these have you done? Kept incorrect change when the cashier gave you too much. Called in sick when you weren't. Taken office supplies home. Used someone's Netflix password without paying. Inflated expenses on your taxes. Kept something you borrowed and never returned. Left a restaurant without paying the full bill. Used student discounts when you're not a student. Every single one is theft. And yes, it matters. Even the small stuff. Why? Because character is formed through small choices. The person who steals pens from work will steal bigger things when the opportunity arises. The person who cheats on expenses will cheat in other areas. Jesus said, "Whoever is faithful in very little is also faithful in much." The inverse is also true. Whoever steals in very little will steal in much. Integrity isn't situational. You're either honest or you're not. So what do we do? How do we actually live honestly in a dishonest world? First, make restitution for past theft. If you've stolen something, return it or pay for it, even anonymously if necessary. Confess it, then fix it. I'm serious about this. That movie you pirated 5 years ago, send the studio $20. That pen you took from work, buy a pack and leave it in the supply closet. That incorrect change you kept, drop cash in the charity box. Make it right. Second, stop all forms of stealing. No more piracy, no more taking from work, no more padding expenses, clean slate starting now. Third, pay your employees justly if you're a business owner. If you're an employee, give your employer honest work. Don't steal time by goofing off. Fourth, reduce your environmental footprint. Use less, waste less, buy less, share more. Recognize creation as gift, not resource to exploit. Fifth, examine your conscience regularly. At the end of each day, ask, did I take anything that wasn't mine today? Did I waste what was entrusted to me? Did I give honest work for honest pay? Sixth, practice generosity. The best cure for greed is giving. When you regularly give to others, you break the grip of mine and remember everything is ultimately God's. The seventh commandment isn't just about not stealing. It's about justice, honesty, and recognizing that everything ultimately belongs to God. We're just stewards. When we take what isn't ours, we reject that stewardship. We declare ourselves owners rather than trustees. We put our desires above others' rights. Choose integrity. Choose honesty. Choose to be the kind of person who can be trusted with little and much. Subscribe for more Catholic truth that challenges comfortable assumptions. And I'll see you next time. God bless.